And we're back again, folks. Apologies there, magic of technology. If you're with us in the last broadcast, we had a little bit of an internet connectivity issue, so we are solid now. We're on the Wi-Fi. We are rocking here this Thursday afternoon. To recap, we're talking about the mind of Quintero, and this is something that we've been talking about here for a couple of weeks now as we speak about mortgages and real estate, and we've had several different topics. Welcome, Ana. Several different topics. Hey, Danny, I see you in there on real estate and mortgages, and this is an ongoing weekly series here with Mario Quintero, the absolute authority in the South Florida community. Mario, for those of our guests watching for the first time, why do they call you the one-stop shop, man?
Well, the concept of the one-stop shop is how I started my business back in 2002.
Right.
I saw an opportunity to be able to service my clients without them having to go to 3 different service providers. So that has stuck. It's been very successful over the years, and my clients appreciate the fact that they only deal with me during their transaction for both real estate and mortgage.
So somebody doesn't have to go and deal with a separate real estate agent, a separate mortgage, and deal with the communication gap or the lost emails or the missed phone calls or appointments. They come to you and you handle the transaction from A to Z.
And they're dealing with me directly the entire process.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Folks, welcome to everybody watching. My name is Andy within South Florida, and Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, Strzok and Tanner. We're going to talk about today. If you're watching us for the first time, pay attention, folks. Just watching this video, this live stream can save you money. If you're in the market for a property, buying or renting, this video broadcast, if you're watching live or on the replay, can save you money guaranteed. Every week we pick a couple of different topics and we answer questions from people that have sent us. And today we're talking about something that when I saw it on the agenda this morning, I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble here. We're talking about hard money, folks. Hard money. Mario, I don't know about you, but money doesn't come easy to me, man. I got to work hard for that money. Is that what you're referring to?
No, actually, this is a type of loan that people use to purchase investment properties, all types of residential investment property and commercial properties. These loans are used by people, one, out of convenience, because the documentation that is required is a lot less than a conventional or a regular loan.
Right.
And in addition to that, some people have challenges on their credit or don't, for whatever reason, reflect the true income that they actually make on their income tax returns, or haven't filed income tax returns in a couple of years. And then this money is available to them to still make the transaction.
So we could have people out here in South Florida. Hey, Louis, welcome to the broadcast. People out here in South Florida that are looking at property or they want to make an investment, but they filed for bankruptcy, they haven't paid taxes, they don't have any credit, whatever, and they can still get into a property.
They can still get into a property, use what we call a private money loan, same thing, and they can use these products to still be able to execute and meet their objective.
That's fantastic. I bet you a lot of people don't know that. How does hard money compare with the rates?
So these rates are traditionally higher than a conventional loan or an FHA loan. They're higher, and the cost to acquire them is higher in regards to points and different costs associated with these loans. But once again, the people that use these loans traditionally, for them, it's a cost of doing business because it's the only way they can acquire the property.
They don't have options.
At the present moment, they may not have options. They may have options a couple of years down the road and refinance out of the private money or hard money loan when their situation becomes better.
Awesome, awesome. We talk about rates. What is the highest rates out there?
So on private money rates, they start as low as 8.9.
That's not bad.
And they go as high as 12%.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
File your taxes, don't go bankrupt, and take care of your credit. Mario, hard money associates itself. How do we, what are we talking about when we use the term jumbo loan?
When we use the term jumbo loans, we're talking about loans that are over the conventional limits, which right now are slightly under $500,000 and up.
Okay.
That is a jumbo loan. So they can go as high as $1 million, $2 million, $3 million.
Okay.
And as long as the person has the required down payment, they can secure a private money loan even at the high levels of loan amounts.
And this is even though with the difficulties of no credit or no paperwork or anything.
Absolutely.
Wow.
The private money lenders, just to give you an idea, are there's a couple different types of private money lenders. They could be regular people like you and me, that have been blessed with a lot of liquidity in the bank, and instead of trying to make less than 1% on their savings,
that's a good point,
they put the money out on the street based on the equity of the property. So, and they secure their loan with the equity in the property. All they ask is that you make your payments. They really are not interested in the property. They're just interested in making interest on their money.
Making interest on their money.
It's their personal business. A lot of the
private. It's a product.
Yeah, a lot of the private money lenders that we use basically work from their home, and they just have
finesse little business there.
They have a sizable amount of cash in the bank, and they use it to lend to people who need the money.
Wow. And here in South Florida, you know, this is something that is probably very common here in the market. Folks, for those of you just tuning in and watching, there's a few people coming in the broadcast. My name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero, the mind of Quintero. This is a weekly show that we have and that we cover all sorts of real estate topics, mortgage topics. If you have a chance and you haven't gone to visit yet, check out marioshomenews.com. The sign's in the back of us. And his website has all the episodes that we've done over the last several weeks. If you want to learn about the mortgage industry or real estate, or if you're looking to buy, lease, or sell, go ahead and check out marioshomenews.com. The education you get there will be priceless. Trust me on that. So hard money and condos, what can we say about that?
So condos sometimes are difficult to get financing for. Because of the financial status of the association, or they have too many people that are investors in the condominium association, not enough people that actually own the units and live there. And sometimes a condo, the best way to finance it, especially if you're getting a good deal or there's a good purchase opportunity, is to go with private money and or a hard money loan. So that's how we use this product for condos.
Hard money loans, folks. Hard money cash. We're talking today with Mario Quintero, the expert within the industry in the South Florida market for real estate and mortgage. And, you know, there's a term here, condo hotel. I almost hate to ask, Mario. What is a condo hotel and hard money? No, folks, this is not a preview for a show. This is actual South Florida real estate and mortgage coming to you live.
So condo hotels are actually that. They're a combination hotel and condo.
Makes sense.
So a percentage of the rooms are basically owned by the hotel, and a percentage of the rooms are owned by investors or people that use the rooms. And one of the things that they are allowed to do is that when they're not using their room, the hotel, they reach an agreement with the hotel, and the hotel actually rents the room to users like any other hotel, and then at the end of the month they do an accounting of how many days their room was rented for, and they get paid for the use of their room. All they need to do is let the hotel know when the rooms are not available, that they're going to be using it for their personal use, and that's it. The rest of the time when it's vacant, the hotel rents the room out. Most of the condo hotels here in South Florida are located on the beach. Key Biscayne has a few of them.
Interesting.
And it's a great product. It's a great concept, but a lot of banks and lenders do not like to lend in condo hotels.
High risk?
To them, it's a risky situation because they see no permanent owner being in the unit taking care of the unit. Lenders usually like to know that the owner of the unit is overseeing the management of the unit, taking care of the unit. So in this case, because of the amount of transient type of traffic coming through these rooms or these units, hard money is a good way to go.
Folks, there's no risky business here when you contact Mario and you talk to him about your real estate dreams or your mortgage. Mario, this is one of the reasons I love my job, because I get an education whenever I talk to this individual here, and I learn so much. There's Vanessa. Vanessa, welcome to the broadcast. You're late. Yeah, I'm just kidding. So we have another topic on our list: multi-units and hard money.
So multi-units are usually apartment buildings or apartment complexes that are over 5 units and above.
Okay.
Even though a fourplex, a triplex, or a duplex is also considered a multi-unit, and they also can be used with a hard money loan. The multi-units that I like to focus on is apartment buildings, 10 unit, 15 unit, 20 unit apartment building, where the investor in that case may not have the proper financials. They have the liquidity to be able to put a sizable down payment on the home, on the apartment building. However, they don't have the financials strong enough to be able to qualify for a traditional multi-unit loan. So this is the product that we can make available to them through our institutional hard money lenders. This is the kind of product that some larger investors would be interested in making. The smaller private money investor usually lends, $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 max. But when you get into a sizable loan like that, we usually go to institutional private investors.
And you have all these contacts within the industry.
We have all these contacts for many years. We're just basically a phone call away.
So anybody watching that, maybe their credit is not 100%, maybe they don't have their stuff in order, but they have come across maybe an inheritance, or maybe the parents unfortunately passed away, and they have all this amount of money. A safe bet would be to invest it into real estate, and even if they don't have everything in order, they can contact you, and you can basically have that happen for them.
One of my favorite books that I've read, and I love reading, is Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Excellent book.
By Kawasaki, I think is how you say his name.
Excellent book.
And it really talks about how people really should look into investing. And sometimes people don't have a vehicle or understand the concept. They may have an opportunity to buy a condo as their first investment property or a townhouse, but they don't know how to get there.
Right.
And this is one of the products that can help you get there.
Right.
This morning I had a long-time client come in, and he has a lot of real estate and business assets.
Okay.
But right now he needed a quick $50,000 for something that he wanted to do, and I called one of my privates, and within a half hour the money became available, and we're closing next Friday. That's how fast these loans can work. And he came in today, he filled out the paperwork, and now I told him we'll be closing by next Friday.
Mario, you make it sound so easy, but in reality, that is a product of your years of experience in the marketplace and the connections that you have.
Well, and the fact of the matter, what's really important in this case and how you build your reputation with these lenders is I don't have one hard money loan that went into foreclosure in the last 16 years.
Wow.
So when hard money lenders hear from me, they know I'm bringing them quality people who may have some existing challenges,
right,
but they will pay back the loan until they can refinance out of the loan. So
right,
that reputation that we've developed over the years with these private money lenders helps out to be able to pick up that phone and within 10 or 15 minutes say, you got the money.
It's about who you know, it's about experience, it's about dedication, passion, ambition, and just getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the job done. And folks, that doesn't have a price on it. Again, if you're just joining us on the broadcast, welcome. We invite you, if you just joined us late, to watch us from the beginning. A lot of good information here that is going to help you get into your dream property. Mario, we've talked about a couple of different areas of how hard money loans can help somebody acquire the property. Let's shift gears to commercial loans. How does that work?
So in commercial loans, you may have, once again, a warehouse.
Okay.
You may have a warehouse that a business owner wants to use for their own business, or they just want to have a warehouse that they want to rent out to a tenant. They may want to get into an apartment building or a small shopping center.
Okay.
Or they might want to buy a mixed-use property where maybe they have some retail on the bottom, 2 or 3 stores,
okay,
with maybe offices on the second floor.
Right.
Those are different types of products that are used commonly in a private hard money type of situation.
Okay. So basically, one product would work along with the other.
Correct. Like right now, I have a warehouse that I've listed. It's been on the market for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I had a buyer that was inquiring about a different warehouse in the same complex a few months ago, and they were trying to get approved by a local bank, and they just couldn't get. It's been 4 months now, and they still don't have a yes or no answer.
Right.
So they called me the other day when they saw my signs back up in their complex, because they are currently renting and they want to buy,
of course,
the unit that I'm selling.
That makes sense.
And they asked if I could possibly pre-qualify them. I said, I will try to pre-qualify you through the conventional commercial channels, but if that doesn't work, then I want you to understand that we could always go private, and that gives you another option. They had no idea what a private loan was. And so we spoke yesterday. They were leaving on a very desirable vacation that they haven't taken in about 5 years. And I said, go enjoy your vacation. When you come back, we'll sit down and talk, and we'll see if this is the type of loan that will get you over the hump into ownership of the warehouse that you can run your business in.
That's fantastic. It's basically about making things happen and using the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So Mario, I know you've been in this community here for years and years and years. We've talked, and you've been raised in Kendall, you live in Kendall, your offices and your businesses in Kendall. But we are in South Florida. We are in a community of multi-language, multi-ethnicity, and people that come in here transit-wise, on and off, constantly. So I love being in South Florida. But how can you help foreigners buy property? They come here without nothing. Is that even possible?
Yes, it is. We've done hundreds of foreign national loans over the years. From all over the world.
Foreign national loans. So you guys listening to this is fantastic. Go ahead.
From all over the world, and a lot of them do qualify for our standard foreign national loan, which requires anywhere from 25 to 35%,
okay,
depending on the country of origin.
Interesting.
So the country of origin has a lot to do where we place that loan and how much of a down payment they're going to require.
This sounds like a topic for a future video.
This could be a video all by itself. So, we've had a client here that we closed as far away as Dubai that was buying a house in the Doral area. So they come from all over the world: Europe, South America, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, Canada, Mexico, even the Caribbean. People from the Bahamas, Jamaica.
Oh, of course, this is South Florida.
They buy here. So we have access to all the lenders that are needed for a traditional foreign national loan.
Okay.
Now, if we hit a bump in the road with not being able to get them approved with a traditional foreign national loan, then we have lenders that will do a private money loan on a foreign national as well, based on the down payment that they'll be required to put in. And then most of the time they're buying here as a second home,
right,
or an investment property. And a lot of these foreign national people that have been buying here for years in South Florida, we're a very desirable market. The prices are excellent in their eyes, and they really are. And a lot of them not only buy for themselves, they buy for extended family. So we've had families that have bought 4 or 5 homes at the same time.
Nice.
And they basically create their own little community within the community that they're buying.
Mario, there's a comment you made, and you said, and if we hit a bump in the road, we can always go ahead with a hard money loan. But I want to just go ahead and remind our viewers, folks, MariosHomeNews.com, check it out. MariosHomeNews.com, check it out. That bump in the road that he described, actually in a past video, we discovered 88 potential bumps in the road, what he has described as turbulences of closing a deal. If you check out Mario's Home News, go to the section that says video gallery. You're going to see the full episode there of 88 turbulences that can affect your closing or your ability to move into your dream home or get a mortgage. The video is there. Fantastic list. And on top of that, you email Mario and he'll send you the list. He'll send you 88 potential, he calls it turbulences. After I read it, I call it landmines, because that will blow anybody out of the water and shatter your home ownership dreams. But these 88 turbulences that he has identified, and he knows how to get around them, over them, and just take care of it. So that little bump in the road, again, he makes it sound very easy. It's not. Trust me on this. Mario, hard money loans, private investors, all sounds great, but how long does it take to close on a property with a hard money loan?
Traditionally, on a hard money loan, it takes approximately 2 weeks.
What?
2 weeks to maybe 3 weeks max.
So that's a lot shorter than the bank.
Way shorter versus 45 days, 30 to 45 days on a conventional or a bank. So these loans are done pretty quickly. They require a lot less documentation.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, personally, even though I have very good credit, I have the resources, I have 2 properties that I've used private money loans myself.
Wow.
Because they were opportunities that required a quick close.
Right.
And I have them right now on my books as private money loans. So I've used them myself, and people will say to me, "Are you crazy? You're paying 12% interest on this property?" I said, "Yeah, but I mean, it's paying off for itself."
It depends on the deal.
That depends on the deal. We help the clients do the investment analysis to make sure that they see how much money their return on their investment is making, even though they might be paying 10 or 12% interest only, not principal and interest.
Okay.
And we show them how this type of investment can basically return a higher return than having your market in money in the stock market, even though the stock market has been doing very well. This is a great way to diversify your portfolio, and that's one of the things that I do personally.
And you have people out there paying interest rates on credit cards, what, 22, 23, 25?
28%.
28%. So if it means you securing a property to improve your future and your portfolio, a 12% hard loan is not that unreasonable.
Exactly.
You know, fantastic. Exactly. And you know, there's probably people watching saying, you know, loan sharks, all that stuff. No. That's stuff in the movies. That's stuff in the past. These are real people with real needs and a business, because they have the financial capability to help others in need.
Yes, and we've done them for people from all walks of life. And, you know, sometimes, like I said earlier, it's the situation they're in today.
Right.
A year from now,
everything
2
changes.
years from now,
Everything
things change. They could always refinance into a conventional loan.
Absolutely.
So it depends how bad they want to take an opportunity now that will help them in the future.
Folks, if you've enjoyed watching this, go ahead and hit share on the bottom of your screen there. Hit share and share it with your network. You never know who you may be able to help get into their first property, get out of a financial difficulty or situation. As always, Mario, what's the best number that somebody can get in touch with you with?
So our office number is 305-598-1600, and my cell is 305-588-0451.
How many real estate agents and mortgage brokers do you know that will give out their cell phone to the general public like Mario is doing here, folks? Mario's the real deal. Check him out. Check out MariosHomeNews.com. Again, that's MariosHomeNews.com. If you have any questions on hard loans or you need anything answered, feel free to leave a comment here on the chat. Mario will be answering personally. Previous videos we've done, people have asked, Mario has answered. Deals are being worked on as we speak. We're doing this every week, and I see here that we may be expanding this. Would you like to give a teaser, or you want to keep it? Or you want to keep it on the wraps?
No. I'm going to go ahead and just say out there that look for future dates that we're going to be adding to our schedule. I'm thinking of adding on Tuesdays, Testimonial Tuesday. I'm reaching out to a lot of our previous clients and asking them to send me like a short 1-minute video, and we will be posting those on Tuesdays.
Testimonial Tuesdays, I like it.
And then on Wednesdays, I have a very large network of other professionals that I refer to, and I'm thinking of calling Wednesdays Partners and Merchant Wednesday. And going around town to members of the Greater Kendall Business Association.
GKBA in the house.
Maybe do a one-on-one with them. And then also the members of my B&I group that are tremendous providers of various services. And on Wednesday mornings, maybe after my B&I meeting, I'll take a few minutes and interview them so I could introduce them to my friends.
Mario, it's safe to say that you really get out there, don't you?
You know, nothing happens by sitting in front of a computer.
You really get out there. So, folks, tune in, and we'll post the new schedules. But we're going to continue with the Thursday one-stop shop happy hour. I'm used to
that's a staple.
I'm used to this happy hour. This water is fantastic, folks, and the cookies are superb. All right, folks, thank you for the love. Andy here with South Florida again. Mario Quintero from the Mind of Quintero. Awesome, coming to you live. Share the love, share the broadcast, let everybody know that Mr. Quintero can help them get into the dream property with their dream financing and make it all real, make it all happen.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Absolutely. All right, folks, talk to you soon. Thank you.